We have ranked Monday Night Raw and we have ranked Friday Night SmackDown. Now it is time for the Wednesday night shite known as AEW. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. I say AEW on a Wednesday night. Technically, we're taking the entire roster here, so whether it be a Wednesday night, Friday night, or Saturday night, it doesn't really matter. Collision says Saturday nights are alright for fighting. Well, I tell you what, no nights are alright for ranking AEW rosters because there is 9 rows here of wrestlers, and I feel like Fog Wrestling's been put on death row having to go through this entire roster, the pain. I mean, this could be at least an hour-long video here talking about a bunch of fucking nobodies, and the worst thing is, there's probably at least 20-25% of these people that I couldn't even name. And we don't have names, we don't have texts or logos, we don't have nothing. There's no captions. All we have is the faces, and there's some really, really ugly faces in here as well. So I don't know if we're going to do it, but we'll try our best here. We should probably have a category for we don't have a fucking clue who you are, but then again, if you fall into that category, then I think it's fair to say, in the words of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, you're fired. So yeah, any thoughts on the list before we move in?
This ain't a flex, but I mean, we watch pretty much every show. Dynamite, Collision.
Definitely
right?
not a flex.
So it's not. It's more like a plea for help. If we don't know you after watching this shit for years, then what are you doing? If we don't know your name, then what are you doing? I mean, come on.
Aye.
Like, WWE's bad, right? But there is very few people I don't know the name of.
Although what I will say is, I mean, there's probably quite a few people on this list that haven't even featured on TV in God knows how long.
Okay.
And it's not a good sign when you're starting off with the first guy and you don't actually know who it is. So let's get a little bit of a zoom up here on. Does this zoom help you by any?
Let's just zoom back it. Let me guess.
Does that do anything for you?
No.
If you had to take a guess, who do you think that is? I'm going to say...
You're fired. First name you.
Wait, why does those two guys look the same on the right? It's like 2 fucking Adam Pages. If that is Adam Page.
I think it is.
Anyway, I'm going to take a guess. This is a member of the Black Order. Don't know if it is
The
or
Dark
not.
Order.
The Black what?
The Dark Order.
What do I call them?
The Black.
Alright, well, I'm sending him to the Black, sent to the wall. You can join the Night's Watch. Fired. You going to disagree?
No.
Right. Up next.
Action Andretti.
Is that who that is?
That's who it is.
Does that change for his code?
No.
You're fired.
He's got a case number.
Right, I know who he is, so I'll stick him above him. Right. I think we know who the next couple of guys are, so let's go back to the we'll go back to kind of the
job.
The big screen. Adam Cole, baby.
I think if Adam Cole goes in you're fired, then you may as well put the whole list in you're fired. That's not because he's good, because there's not many people I would say that's better than Adam Cole
right
in the company. Which sums up, by the way, that's not a flex.
What is your thoughts on Adam Cole?
Skinny, fat mess.
Do you think if he had a better body, you'd view him higher? If he was in a better physique, would you say he's a better talent? If he had the body of, like, say, a Braun Breaker or something like that, you know, would you put him higher than Jobber? Yeah, but what's holding him back?
Everything.
Well, be specific.
His name, his look.
Is he a decent wrestler?
Yeah,
is he a decent promo?
Who ain't?
No, he's not a decent promo.
No, he's just a decent wrestler.
Is he the best member of the Undisputed Era?
Couldn't name you the Undisputed Era.
Exactly. Roderick Strong. Bobby Riley, Kevin O'Reilly, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish.
Have a Bobby Fish in here.
He used to be here though.
I'm going to say Jobber.
Jobber, right? I think that's fair because, I mean, I could make a case for mid card, but I can't really.
Up next we've got Edge, formerly known as Adam Cole.
You know what? I'll say he's a main eventer, but he doesn't feel like a top star in this company.
No,
not at all.
No,
not at all. And you know what? I'd say probably ever since his return to WWE, he wasn't really a top star there either.
It's what we think, and he ain't a top star.
You know what? As sad as it is, has Edge ever really been a top star? Or was he just a really good main eventer who worked with Cena?
That's probably it, isn't it?
Has Edge ever been a guy that drew in numbers? Has he ever been the face of a brand?
Edge peaked 06, 07.
Yeah, I'm putting a main eventer. No diss on Edge. Great main eventer. but I've just never really viewed him as the top guy. Right, we're gonna have to zoom back in again
Adam
for a bit.
Page.
Definitely Adam Page.
Yes, definitely.
Well, if that's Adam Page, who's this guy next to him? Because that looks very like Adam Page.
You're fired. That's who it is.
Is that Alex Reynolds?
Him. How am I supposed to know?
I plucked that name out of absolutely nowhere. Right, well, I believe that CM Punk called this guy a stupid, dumb fuck. Does that get him... Where exactly does that put him in terms of
He
this
went
list?
into business for himself. I'll put him in the jobber category.
He's a world champion.
He is, but that doesn't mean anything. It's a paperweight.
Is he above Cole or is he below Cole?
I'd say he's a bit better than Cole.
A bit better than Cole, fair enough.
Bye.
Right, this next guy...
You're fired.
Is he well, we know... I think I know who he is, so we'll stick him in the middle.
Aye.
Because you're pretty sure that's...
That is Action Andretti.
Right, well, I'm half confident this is Alex Reynolds.
Well, if he's double A and he was like first, it has to be.
Aye.
So that means the guy that was first we don't know is a double A.
Aaron Anderson.
Battery.
Right, who the fuck's this next guy?
Begins with an A.
Who is that? Who the hell is that? I mean,
Try his theme song. Dun, 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 dun.
nah, that's just my phone going off. Have you any?
You're fired.
I know, but have you got a name for me?
No.
Right.
Shite. 4 letters.
He looks more of a
5
jobber
letters.
than this guy, so we'll stick him there. Up next, we have.
I know him.
He was a member of Jericho's old faction.
Aye, Jericho's old faction.
But I think he's had a baby with Ruby Riot.
Right.
Or at least that's the storyline.
I'm not saying without that he'd have went into You're Fired, but that's confirmed a minute. Ruby Riot?
Aye.
Aye, fucking
Or
You're
Ruby
Fired.
Soho.
Aye, well he's got.
Well, we have
He's definitely not going solo in You're Fired.
we have to know who he is. So you know what? We'll stick him in here. Up next, we have the
Bum Bandit.
The Bum Bandit. That's a good name from Bum Bandit. Do you actually know his name though? I know Anthony Bowens.
Aye.
Anthony Bowens. You know what? I've never really felt... I always feel like Anthony Bowens is just a guy that comes out with a guy that can rap. You know, it's like when B2 came out with Cena.
It's actually almost lucky he's gay because if he wasn't gay, he'd had nothing else.
Is he a jobber though?
Yes.
But is he the bottom of these two?
I'd put him in enhancement talent. He likes
Enhancement.
guys on top of him.
Going strong, buddy.
Savio Vega.
Up next, we have a couple of, I believe, Puerto Rican flags. I couldn't. Is it just?
Are these guys even in the company? Do they? Are these the guys that supply Tony Khan's coke? I'm not too sure.
Right. I think for me, it's.
You're fired. I don't know.
Aye.
I actually fucking no idea.
You know what? I think there's not many people going to go in the You're Fired that we're not really going to put it in order.
Yeah.
Did this You're Fired really need an order?
No.
Right.
We're here all day.
So we can just. Whoa. So we can just fire these people in, pun
Yes,
intended.
absolutely.
Right, okay. Good. Up next, we have, I believe this is Davari, but not the Davari that was in WWE. It's a different Davari.
Poundland Davari.
Does that get him out of You're Fired, or
Enhancement talent.
for what reason?
He's got the Davari namesake.
You can't be.
House Davari.
Fuck, nah, he's getting fired. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Executive decision. Up next, we have one of the Guns. I mean, that's probably the one.
Jobbers. What about the gun house?
I'm assuming it's Austin Gunn.
Yeah, it is, aye.
Austin
'Cause
Gunn.
Colton's not up yet. Next.
Right, where do you want to stick him?
I'd say Jobber.
Jobber? Right, fair enough. Up next, we have a guy with a mask.
Begins with an A. No, he could begin with a B.
Could begin with a B, could begin with an A.
You're fired. Right, up next, Big Bill.
Big
Upper mid card. I like Big Bill.
upper mid card.
Aye.
Upper mid card.
Potential for it, yes.
Yeah, we'll stick him mid card. Up. He's getting dragged in by Jericho. Fuck that. That's. I mean, you're lucky.
Yeah,
he's not
but it's
getting-
not about where they are, it's where we think they are.
That's true. Actually, he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. If Enzo Amore was in this list, I'd be putting him in the
Right,
main
Billy
event.
Gunn, upper mid card. 59, but here. It's better to be 59 than.
Is he really though?
I'd say
right
so.
now, I think Billy
He
Gunn's
can
done.
still go. What he's done?
Stick him in the mid card. I don't think he's an upper mid card at this
No,
point.
I'm actually going to overrule and say upper mid card.
Are you sure?
Because not many other people is going to get in it. May as well go with the Billy Gunn.
Right. Up next we have this guy here.
You're fired.
He's got a kind of rock-looking tattoo. Don't know who he is.
Could be Tamatonga, I don't know.
It could be. Up next we have a guy that maybe looks a little bit like Tommaso Ciampa, but not quite Tommaso Ciampa.
See, when you're not quite Tommaso Ciampa, no, you're fired.
You're fired. Right, up next we have Bryan Danielson. Right.
Upper mid card. Top upper mid card.
Not in the main event, no?
No.
It's pretty poor when you can't get in the main event in this company.
No, it is, but I just never got the hype with Daniel Bryan.
Same. Right, up next we have Brian Cage.
No, but even when he feuded with Big Show and Mark Henry, I think just because you win the belt doesn't mean you're a main eventer. And it was the B-level belt, that was his level.
Yeah, but then he went and won the real belt.
Yeah, but he's like, he's Cody Rhodes 2.0. He just got flung into the main event scene, and he couldn't swim because he's a midget and the armbands were too big. Anyway,
up next we have Brian Cage, the Poundland Terminator.
Jobber. Actually, enhancement talent.
Big guy, you know, he can put people over. We have the cop killer. I'll fire him for that alone. Fuck him.
Defund House of Black.
Fuck him. Up next we have Brian Keith. Might be Brian Keith.
I guess.
You know what? I mean, he looks cool, doesn't he?
His name's awful.
He's got. It's awful. He sounds like a country singer or something.
He's got the name of a postman.
I'm an American.
I'm a mailman.
I'm gonna get in my pickup truck and I'm gonna sing some country music and I'm gonna drink my beer. Fucking enhancement talent.
Aye.
You know what? We'll stick him above Brian Cage.
Right, Buddy Matthews.
You know what? The guy's an absolute simp and he thinks that Dominic for real is stealing his girlfriend, but
we're for real putting you in your fire.
Yeah, just piss off, mate. See,
it's not real.
That is pathetic, man.
I get to go home with the man.
You know, Dominic and Rhea Ripley are actually trying to fucking play along with the actual story here, and this guy's commenting on every Instagram post. Oh, she doesn't really sleep with Dominic, she comes home to me. I doubt it. I mean, probably in WWE, you're always on the road, so how often does she actually come home to you? Buddy Matthews, or Buddy Murphy, or whatever your name is. Up next, we have this guy here with some chest hair. Any idea? Is that Colton? No, it's not. I just don't know who it is.
You thought he was a gun?
Nah, he's not. Is it a fire?
Is that guy QT?
Nah, QT Marshall?
No,
This guy's about 20 years younger than him.
I'd say you're fired.
Right, Chris Jericho.
Oh.
Now, 4 years ago, 5 years, he'd have been top star.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, time has not treated Chris Jericho very well.
I'm actually going to say enhancement talent. For the Ayatollah of rock and roll.
Yeah, he's fucking bad. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that Jericho can't reinvent himself. He's done it a lot in the past. But for the past couple of years, he has been... What's the opposite of must watch? Must avoid or something?
Aye.
Must turn off the TV?
I just...
Claiming
the FTW t-shirt. It may as well be a t-shirt, that's what it means. Championship as a world title, man. No. Like, actually beating Hook. I don't even like Hook, but no.
You know what? I mean, I hope Jericho proves us wrong, and I hope that he does reinvent himself and has another good run, but I don't see it happening right now. Enhancement talent is probably fair.
He actually got the highest 18 to 49 though on Dynamite, which he actually posted about on Instagram.
Well, in that case, he's probably going to go with upper mid-card then.
I dead on.
I mean, I think it's mad, right, that Jericho has not talked about the demographics, right, in fucking probably years. The ratings are at an all-time low for AEW. He somehow manages to fluke the highest demo, and he's bragging about it.
Yeah.
What about all these weeks where he's brought in the lowest demo, he's brought in the lowest viewership, he's brought in the lowest viewers on YouTube? He doesn't talk about that. But the 1 week where he magically... I don't know. Right, up for me, Christian Cage. A Canadian that's not lost a step. No. A Canadian that's still just as good as he's always been for me, main event.
Yep.
And...
way above Edge.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd be leaning towards top star, but yeah, I don't think AEW have any, so...
Nah, I mean, at the end of the day, he's 50 odds and he weighs about 140 pounds. So.
Soaking wet.
Up next, we have this guy here, who, by the way, his career is probably legitimately over. I believe it's Chase Chuck Taylor.
What happened?
I don't know, apparently he's just injured, so...
We were fired then. Not paying hospital bills.
Up next we have
Ring of
Honor. You know what, I think Cesaro's a decent...
I'd say mid-card, there you go.
Above Big Cass, or... He's got a big swing, hasn't he?
Aye, he does.
Right, Colt Cabana.
Release.
CM Punk. No? Right,
He
okay.
shares a bank account.
Shares a bank account with his mom. That tells you all you need to know about that
the other
individual.
guns going about Jobber.
Other gun.
Danhausen.
That.
Is there a list? Is there a kill?
You know what? I think there's room for... I'd keep him as an enhancement talent.
Alright, that's
And just
controversial.
do you want to fire him?
No, we'll just stick him in enhancement talent. Right, up next, Daniel Garcia.
I fucking hate Daniel Garcia.
Release.
No, look at the stupid smug look. Look at with his hands up. Mate, you couldn't beat a fucking plastic bag in a fight, never mind.
No.
You know what? Fired. Boom. Right, this guy here. I feel like we should know him.
That's the guy Jericho put over.
Who's that?
Oh, what's his name? I know who it is. I just don't
Do
know.
you?
What's it? These guys all begin with D.
Dante Martin.
Dante Martin? Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking tell
It
you.
definitely is.
Fire.
Mid card. Darby Allin's grew on me. I've got respect for the guy.
I
But I touched on this earlier. Why is Darby Allin, a guy that's injured, literally got hit by a bus and is injured, hasn't been cleared properly, is replacing a guy that's injured in the Anakin Arena match?
just think Tony Khan's desperate, and I think he knows that.
I think it makes
I think
Kingston look weak though.
Yeah, I know, but he's probably thinking that kind of match. We need someone that can do a spot. Oh, let's get Darby Allin to nearly kill himself again.
He'll probably get run over during the match.
It's fucking by a bus.
Aye.
I agree. Actually, you know what? Never liked this guy, and I tell you what, I used to hold Darby Allin in the same category as another guy that I'm sure we will come across later on in this list.
Orange Cassidy.
Aye, and for me, nah. I mean, you know, at least Danhausen's got a bit of at least Darby Allin's got a bit of a look to him, and he got the rub off Sting.
Yeah.
And he has a deal. See Orange, I forget in that. Anyway, yep. We'll stick him probably. You know what? I think he's got more to Cesaro. Stick him top of mid card.
Aye.
Got a bit more to
Up
Cesaro.
next, you're fired.
Don't know who he is. On next with this fucking absolute simp, this absolute AEW Tony Khan ass kisser.
Round of applause for my buddy. He pointed a gun at a man.
All elite ass kissers. I mean, yeah, what is it? I mean, not guilty. Charges dropped. No, he was guilty. The charges have been dropped. That doesn't mean he didn't commit the crime.
Yeah.
Absolutely embarrassing, man. And you know what? I'm not having it. People saying that, FTR used to be good. FTR were never fucking good. They've always been boring bastards. Whether it be WWE or AEW or fucking somewhere where they're more suited like Ring of Honor. They've always been shit in my eyes.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to...
I'd fire him. They're probably on so much as well.
Up next we have who the heck is this? Some guy with a mask. Any thoughts?
You're fired.
Dustin Rhodes.
Mid-card.
In my opinion, the best member of the Rhodes family.
Yep. I'd put him mid-card though.
Above
You know,
Cesaro or bottom of mid?
I think just there'll do. It's a shame. I think if he had this role, if he was this character 20 years ago, he could have maybe done something.
True. Up next we have, who the fuck
Kind
is
of looks
it?
like Batista during his Spice Girls gimmick. Give me what I want.
Well, I don't know who this guy is, but I certainly know who the next guy is. And those two fingers, they may as well be pointing at the you're fired category. Anyway, this guy here, don't know who you are. If we don't know you, you have to go in the you're fired.
Yeah.
Right, Eddie Kingston.
Last. Like I said about Tyler Bate, this guy gives anybody the belief they can become a professional wrestler. He's just an out of shape slob.
Could you imagine Eddie Kingston versus Tyler Bate headlining WrestleMania 41?
No.
Imagine it did, though. Imagine it headlined night 1 and they decided to have the rematch on night 2. Fuck me.
He's a wannabe tough guy.
Aye. Anyway.
He's like the generic New Yorker that thinks he's a lot tougher than what he is.
Who's this guy?
You're fired. I mean, this is the problem with AEW, man.
Just too many.
He looks like Amazing Red for 2009 TNA.
Hold on here. This guy looks like a fat bum. Amazing Red was a skinny stick.
Look at the guy next to him. Who's that?
I think that's Garrison. What's that?
Like fucking what's that guy? Matt Riddle on crack. Even though I'm pretty sure he was on crack.
Nah, Kenny, that's how you're fired.
That's your yeah, you're fired.
I think this guy's name's Garrison Ford, though. This is the guy that was teaming up with Brian Pillman
Was
Jr.
Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford.
Aye, is that it? I don't know.
No, that's an actor.
Garrison Cade. Garrison Cade.
That's alright. Right, let's move on. Harrison Cade because it's H.
Aye, anyway.
Hook. I'd say enhancement talent. Hook. I mean, he's the son of Taz. He's young. That's
This guy here looking a wee bit like Montez Ford, but
You're
not quite Montez
You're
Ford.
fired.
There you go. Jack Perry, Jungle Boy Jack. Oh.
Overrated bastard.
I would go back to the Jungle Boy shit. This isn't cutting it.
I'm going to put in you're fired.
You're fired.
Yeah, honestly.
Not enhancement talent.
No, you don't even deserve that. Jack Swagger, you're fired. No place for you.
What's happened to this guy?
I don't know. Remember he debuted it 5 years ago?
It felt big.
It did. It actually did.
Okay. Big waste of fucking time that
Right,
was.
Jay Lethal, mid-card.
You know what? Why can't they just have Jay Lethal impersonate Flair again? Have Ric Flair be the manager? That would work for me.
Yeah, right. We've
Stick him
got
behind Dustin.
Jay White, I think, beside like Paige and Cole.
Now this guy is supposed to be the man. Bullet Club Gold.
Switchblade, let's switch it
Oh,
up.
he's the top guy in New Japan.
People complaining that Billy Gunn's going like 50-50 with him. Because Billy Gunn's the fucking man.
See if this guy was the top guy in New Japan. Does that not sum up New Japan?
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll stick him in top of jobber.
Right, up next we got Jeffro. Yo, I'd love to put Jeff Hardy high, right?
Yeah, before we talk about Jeff though, like seeing you just look at these guys, do you not think they just all look too similar?
Yep.
You got your like I'm not saying they look identical, but it's like, you know, what separates, apart from the fact that this guy right here's got a fucking terrible physique.
It's funny how you've got 5 people in the jobber category and there's 5 belts.
Everyone's got a belt.
Right, Jeff Hardy, I'd love to put him high up. But he's unreliable, man. He's a junkie.
Yeah,
It's a
but
shame to say.
it's where we think he should be.
But I don't trust him. He can't work anymore.
I don't trust him. No.
You know, I'll put him in the main event, right?
What about
but if he dies, it's your fault.
What about Jeff Hardy versus? What about Jeff Hardy versus Tony Khan? Coke on a pole match.
Jeff be fucking down the line, then jumping. No, see if Jeff Hardy was trustworthy, right? I'd actually put him as top star. Jeff Hardy in 2009 was over.
Yeah, people don't realize how fucking look how big Keith Lee looks. By the way, Jesus Christ.
No, but seeing like 2011,
I think he's overweight.
See,
Never
20
mind over.
I know, but
Fuck me.
what the fuck?
Oh, hold on here, guys. Look at Keith Lee. What the fuck is this? No, do you remember that picture of him like a few years ago? He's just sitting in the AEW empty arena. It's kind of like it is now.
Yeah.
See AEW, like AEW could have an
Look
empty.
at Omega trying to copy him. We did him.
See AEW could have an empty arena match every week. It's fucking,
No, but see Jeff Hardy, right? You know, the guy. Seen that period, man. If he wasn't drugged out his head in TNA, he would have had such a career.
Yeah, like Jeff Hardy didn't only win the title once because he wasn't over. I mean, Jeff Hardy only won the title once because he's a fucking liability.
No, see, in terms of popularity, Jeff Hardy's by far the biggest guy on this list.
I'm not. Yeah, like I think in terms of popularity, I don't think he wouldn't have been as big as Cena, but I think Jeff Hardy could have potentially been the Batista of WWE, whereas he was like the second face, you know, for that Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah.
I think that could have been Jeff Hardy's spot, but he just obviously ended up going to TNA, then came back, and it was just never a guy you could put. But in terms of like popularity, especially like, you know, the kids and younger ones and women as well, I mean, fucking Jeff Hardy was insanely over. But you know what? Having said that, I think Jeff Hardy deserves to be in one of the top 3 brackets. I'll let you decide where he
I'll
goes.
put him in the main event behind Edge, right? But you know what? Like,
if he dies, it's my fault.
Aye, if he dies, it's your fault. If he wasn't on drugs, I'd put him in top star.
It's kind of sad though that I don't think we'll ever see Jeff Hardy main event again.
No.
Unless he goes to TNA.
Aye. Well,
Anybody could main event in that show.
Yeah.
Right, Jeff Jarrett.
Upper mid card. Beside his pal Billy. There you go.
What, put him in front of Billy or behind
I'll put him
Billy?
in front of Billy.
Johnny
TV.
Johnny TV. I mean,
I'd say upper mid card. It's an awful gimmick, by the way.
it is. Considering he can still work and he's got about, what, 15 years on Billy, will he put him above him?
Aye, we'll do that.
You can see our maybe Ruthless Aggression, WWE Attitude Era, he biases begin the show. I think this is that wee small guy that I hate, John Silver.
Aye, well, he can go in the silver category there.
Right, John Moxley.
Upper mid card, we'll put him I'll put him in front of Brian. I prefer him over Brian.
No, I think he's very cringe.
He is, but yeah, actually. But see, he is a meth head, but he turns up for work, and I think that's a key.
He's
difference.
like a reliable junkie.
No, what about that house show where Jeff Hardy just walked it and was never fucking seen again? I don't think it had enough big deals made out of that.
Aye, he just went through the fucking
With a toilet roll hanging at the back of his horse.
See,
And you want to put this guy in the top star category?
should we just fire Jeff Hardy here right now, live on fucking YouTube?
I might need to.
Jeff Nero Hardy, you're fired. Right, Jeff Hardy's a fucking man. I'd pay to see that Coke on a pole match. Right, I've got
You're
some.
fired.
I mean, who is he? Who is that? Who is that?
I don't know.
As Jim Cornette comes on in the background.
Put him in, you're fired.
Right, up next we have this guy here.
I know who he is, but I don't know.
Juice Robinson.
That's his name.
Jobber.
Aye.
Stick him beside the Gun Club.
Right, up next we've got Goodwill Son Kenny. It's almost him, but it's not quite. It looks like it's Hideo Itami, but it's not him.
Wait, I guess.
Is it?
Wait, it's no Kenta Kobashi.
But I thought he's Hideo Itami.
I know, but I think he's supposed to be a Japanese legend.
I will put him in your fired then. You can go back to Japan.
Anyway, up next, God, this You're Fired category's beginning to fill up.
See you, right? You know,
Okada.
what?
By the way, someone called you because you said 8 midgets in the Dynamite review main event, and someone says, "Do you really believe Okada's a midget?" You know what? He might be taller than everyone else, but he's still a rake.
What,
isn't he?
what am I supposed to say? Seven midgets and a slightly above average guy. I mean, come on, it doesn't work. Yo, Okada's
Well, I think
not.
Okada's 6'1" or 6'2", like.
Okada's not a midget, right? Obviously, I mean he's taller than me.
I know, but he's got a weird...
Not that I'm 7 foot, but see when he's by far the biggest guy, you've got a problem. We're not talking about Kane here.
Yeah, but he's not physically impressive either, is he?
No, he's not. But
I mean, he is built like Adam Cole.
he's like the same height as Cena.
You wouldn't think that, though.
No, you wouldn't think it. No, but he's not a big guy.
He just looks big when he's beside jobbers.
Yeah.
He's beside guys that are 5'10".
Yeah.
I mean, if Okada was in WWE, he wouldn't look big at all.
Let's take out Dave.
But Cena never looked tall. Cena was just jacked.
Let's forget his price tag. Let's forget Dave Meltzer's ratings. Let's forget this guy being considered a huge star in Japan.
Let's forget about that paper belt over his shoulder.
Yeah. What's he done? Get well soon, Kenny.
Get into the enhancement talent section, Okada.
I'll put him there.
Where do you think you should go? Is enhancement talent fair, or are we? Now, some people would say this is the best wrestler alive, so I think we need to make a smart decision on
You
Okada.
know what? I'm actually leaning towards Fire because the guy's on a lot of money, and I just feel like
We really factor that in. Tony Khan's got all the money in the world. We don't need to look at the budget here. We're all right.
I'd say enhancement talent.
Enhancement talent.
Aye.
If he's
He's a different looking Japanese. He's above average. He's 5'10".
I know, but would you not look at some of the people in the jobber category and go, if they can get in there, then why can't Okada?
Yeah, but I think we like
So just me, or 6 guys in the jobber category look the same.
we do. No, but see Cole, Page, and White. They're all better on the mic than Okada.
That would be fucking hard. anyone who has English as their first language is a better speaker than Okada on
Hey,
the
let's
mic.
put him in Jobber. But
Jobber, right. How high up? Top or is he
no,
bottom?
behind Adam Cole, bye.
I'm cold, baby.
Keith Lee before he eclipses the sun. Let's put him
Fire him before he eats all the catering.
Aye. He was at the Hall of Fame.
When was the last time he actually appeared in AEW?
The last thing he needed was to find someone by the name of Michin because he's already got fucking enough of them, doesn't he?
I already got enough chins, buddy. I don't need another one. Right, up next we've... you know what? Now think about it. This is one, I believe, of only 2 men that have got that elusive 7-star match. And you've already put one of the other guys in the jobber category, so I would rethink that. I think Omega and Okada should be top stars. They got the Dave Meltzer 7-star. What does that mean to you?
Nothing. Kenny Omega sucks. I almost called him Kevin Omega.
Brian Danielson said he's the best Canadian wrestler of all time. And I feel like demoting
What's
Danielson.
that all about?
Doing a tear, to be honest, because of that. Anyway, Kenny Omega, I've never rated the guy. Where's he going for you?
Well, Christian Edge are both Canadian.
Exactly. That's an insult. Jericho's Canadian, Benoit's Canadian.
The guy sucks, man.
The Hearts are
He's
Canadians.
got no mic. What's he done in AEW? Where's these 7-star classics?
Remember that barbed wire classic?
Oh,
Eddie Kingston running
I'm
it.
going to put him in the jobber category, man.
Jobber, right.
Yeah.
Top.
I will put him top, then.
Up next we have Kill Switch. This guy's
mid-card.
career's went nowhere.
I like him. He's alright.
Mid-card?
Aye, mid-card.
Fucking hell, man. There's a bias here. Anybody over 5'10", you're putting above Jobber. Really?
Darby Allin's
Kill
not,
Switch?
Darby Allin's not even worth
We'll stick him at the
4'10".
bottom. Right, up next we have Kip Sabian. He got over. Well, he didn't go. He certainly didn't go over. But his gimmick is having a paper bag over his head.
You're fired. you can do it to collect his fucking welfare check.
Up next we have a guy that looks a little bit like, I don't know, like
Ultimo Dragon.
Lynn Storado or something like that.
Aye.
It's just another Mexican with a mask, and I know people are going to think I hate Mexicans, but when they all fucking suck, that's not my fault. I mean,
Right, up next we've got...
take a shitter there. Wait, wearing Gunther's jacket.
Are you sure it's Take a Shit?
Well, I mean, can you tell... Kunuski take a shitter? I think it is.
Alright, well, I'm putting him in You're Fired.
Really?
Yeah. A lad large can't wear a Floro shirt like that.
Who's this guy here?
See, he looks a wee bit more like Hikaru Atami.
He does, but
I don't know who he is. Kento Ibushi?
that's who it is. I think, is it not? Kenta Ibushi?
So maybe he's got both of them on the list. No?
I all look the same, don't they?
There's a guy with a
I'll
belt.
stick them beside them, because then they look the same,
There's a
don't
guy with a belt up next. I don't know who the belt is, and I don't know who he is.
they? Wait, I know who that
Is
is.
that Kyle Fletcher?
That is Kettle fucking Fletcher.
That must be Kento Ibushi then.
Aye, Kettle
You put
Fletcher.
them beside, sure. He's
Same.
just fucking dyed his hair.
Fucking line of cemetery here going on. Yeah, seeing double. Yeah, stick him in a tag team, fuck it. Right, Will Fletcher, boom. Stick him beside Keith Lee. Kyle O'Reilly. You just look at this guy, white, pale, just nothing.
That's the problem. Everybody looks the same. It's like Kyle O'Reilly looks like Cash Wheeler. You know what I mean? Then you've got John Silver who's got a beard. Just looks like every other guy that's got a beard. It fucking sucks, man.
Seen Hatchery, he had people like wrestling with their shirt on and stuff. They all had different attires. Everyone looked different.
Yeah.
You look at this and it's all just bums with showing off their muscles that they don't have. Right, Kyle O'Reilly, where's he going?
Fired.
Drek. Lance Archer.
I was thinking of Tyler Reck there, but he's definitely not looking like that.
I thought Lance Archer did alright when that guy was his manager, was his name?
Oakley Staffaway.
No.
I'm going to put him in enhancement
No.
talent. What? I mean, no. How high do you want to go then?
Who's that guy that comes out with a gas tank and he's fucking Jake the Snake?
I was going to say a certain guy beginning with H there, but I'm going to reel that in.
This is 2024, not 19 fucking 40 or whatever. Right, anyway, right. Enhancement talent, why not? There you go. You can put somebody over. Right, well. That H guy, he put a lot of people over as
No,
well.
see these two guys coming up. Know what's happened here? The guy on the right has stuck his hair on that guy's chin. It's the same fucking guy.
It's like they've went on paint, they've just like circled the head and just flipped it 180.
Aye, you're fired.
It's the same guy, I think, just posing
You're
from
fired.
the side.
This black and white guy looks like Road Dogg with Brother Love's attire.
I think he's alright. He's Tony Storm's manager, but
So why is he on this list?
I don't know. You know what? He's a I'll stick him in Jobber, right? Because he's a he doesn't wrestle.
Right.
Up next, we've got Malachi Black. Somebody once said that if you've got tattoos, that means you can beat people up. But CM Punk had a shitload of tattoos.
Hold on, Summit again. I need. Look at. There's two guys. Hold on. There's two guys here with ROH belts, and I don't know what's going on.
Fuck are these guys? Oh man,
What can you do with that?
not a lot.
Right, anyway, Malachi Black, fire him. He's like Andrade. Like, what's the point? There's so many rows to go here.
Oh god, right, Malachi Black. Fire.
Aye.
He's tall. He's like 6'1".
Oh, he's 6'1", brilliant.
Right. No, he's sure fire.
Yeah.
Nah, I think we should put him.
Enhancement talent then?
I'd say he's a
Jobber?
Aye, stick him above. Stick him in beside
Aye,
Kenny Omega.
I'm going to agree with the next guy.
Oh, aye, fire.
He's only there because of his brother, right?
I apologise, Mark Briscoe, for what happened. You know, it sucks, but we can't just keep you alive because you had an unfortunate passing in the family.
Yeah.
Now, you're lucky you've got a nice boss in Tony Khan, a gullible boss that will throw money down the toilet, because, I mean, if McMahon was your boss, he wouldn't have never been your boss in the first place, because you wouldn't have got hired. I remember people were saying he should come out in the Royal Rumble, because his brother passed in, I think it was December.
Yeah.
And people were saying that WWE should bring him in and put him in the Rumble.
People were saying number 30.
And it's
Some
like,
meth head.
I know, but could you imagine that? Number 30, this guy comes out and, come on.
I know. I mean, he's a jobber. See, I know WWE had the bad relationship with Brett, right? But it's like, see if Owen died, right, and say that Brett left on good terms, it doesn't mean they're automatically just going to bring Brett back because of it. I think it's pathetic to look at it like that. At the end of the day, I mean, it's not Fast and Furious where Paul Walker dies and they bring his brother back to film a couple of CGI scenes.
No.
I mean, there's no need for this guy. I mean, him and Eddie Kingston and Edge. Fucking
They all look like they're fucking...
Walter White supply sorted for the next 2 years.
I mean, they all look like Trevor for GTA is about to walk in at any moment, and just give them a stash or something. Right, so fired, aye?
Yep.
Right. Up next, we have this guy here. It is,
It's You're Fired, that's what it is.
I mean, who is he, though?
Look at Daddy Magic.
No, who is this guy?
He's about to explode.
He's on the gear,
I don't
that's
know,
for
it's
sure.
You're Fired.
Right, you're fired. This guy here with a suit.
I'm thinking Trent Seven.
Really?
Actually, these guys don't begin with T, it can't be him.
Fired anyway. Some black guy here.
With glasses.
I don't know who he
Looks
is.
like Carmelo Hayes with a white towel in his neck.
Wishes he was Carmelo Hayes.
Right.
A member of the Bucks. Don't know which one it is.
Jeremy.
Well, fuck him. Fired.
Aye.
We're going to keep this guy here.
He's on commentary now.
Is he actually?
Doesn't really seem to work much.
You know what? I like him. He can job. He can put people over. Enhancement talent. Up next, we have that guy that used to be in WWE and sold an arc. Evan Bourne.
Matt Sydal.
Matt Sydal. That's the one. You know what? He sold a good RKO. Is that enough to get him an enhancement talent?
Aye, we'll put him in.
Remember his debut in AEW?
Aye,
He went for the shooting star press and he fucking just completely slipped off the top rope. That's not right, man. He could have died. Right, up next we had... Oh my god. Who is this fucker?
It looks like Kenny Omega if he was missing a quarter of a chromosome.
Do you not think that by default, if you've got a Ring of Honor belt, it should automatically be you fired?
A Ring of Honor.
I know, but
Ring.
why would anyone good hold on a Ring of Honor belt? So it's fired for me.
Go down the whole ring of fire.
Oh god, right, we need to scroll down a wee bit. This list is beginning to...
No need to fear, the upper categories are a question here.
Hang on, can we... Let's see if we can... Oh, here we go.
But
That's
see, this is the problem
better.
with AEW, right? You're looking at more than half the people we are putting in You're Fired, and then you're looking at like another third that are in Jobber or below. I mean, we've only put, 14 people.
I think we've been very generous so far.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at 16 people
Right,
above mid-card.
up next we have
Max Caster.
Max Caster. I don't mind Max
His
Caster.
raps are awful.
They are, and I think they're getting worse lately, and he's botching them 24/7, but I think he should be a mid-carder. For the fact that he's different, and he raps, and that's more than what anyone else does.
No, his raps are awful, I'm sorry.
Just like Tyson Fury's excuses, but, so, would you be opposed to sticking him at the bottom of mid-card?
I would, I'd put him top of Jobber.
There you
If he
go.
sorts his rap game out, yes, I agree with you, but he can't. Yo, if you're botching your rap game every week, man, you shouldn't be doing it. Like, see if Cena started botching like 2 weeks in a row, Vince would have pulled that.
Did Cena ever botch
No,
them?
he didn't. So,
Right, we've got this guy here with an AEW shirt on. I mean, it could be a referee. Don't know who it is. I mean, it doesn't look like an actual performer, so just stick him in You're Fired. Another guy with a Ring of Honor belt, You're Fired. Miro. thoughts on Miro? Recently divorced, by the way, for Lana. I think everyone could see that coming.
He's just been butchered the past 5 years.
Yeah, but I mean, she was literally out partying with all these guys, and he's sitting at home with his video games, and it's like,
Video games.
I won't. No, remember his debut? His debut in AEW, he came out and he had like one of those arcade video games, and someone bumped into it and broke it. And
But see, he must have wanted that because he is a gamer. I can bury Tony Khan all you want.
I know, but hold on here. In WWE, he fucking came out at Mania with a tank and the Russian flag. AEW, he's crying over someone accidentally bumping into his arcade game.
But see, that's the problem. People think creative freedom gives these guys, but these guys are fucking nerds.
Yeah, but what if Rusev and WWE went, nah, you know what, McMahon, I don't want to face Cena with a tank. I want to come out and challenge Cena to a game of Pac-Man. What would McMahon have said?
No,
Pack your bags, you're fired.
but see John Cena, right? I think he's like the biggest weirdo on the planet. Have you seen like Total Diva clips? He is. Like, he's a fucking weirdo.
I know, but he's
doesn't-
our
does-
weirdo.
Yes, but he doesn't express himself in WWE that way.
Well, no wonder.
Yeah.
Would he have been the man if he did?
But see, in AEW, freedom can be bad.
Yeah, but I reckon if Cena was in AEW, he's smart enough that he will, hold the reins, so to speak. He will reel himself in.
No, he would.
Cena's
He
not
did a
gonna-
lot, by the way.
He's not going to do. See
Pretty
the.
big fishing rod.
Ah well. Anyway, Miro.
Top of the mid card.
I mean, he should have potential. He's a big fucking guy. He's got the whole foreign thing going. There's no reason. We've already seen it work with Rusev. Seeing you look at Rusev, like, why couldn't this guy have been a world champion?
See, back in the day, right, like 91, where they capitalised on the Gulf War. See, 2024 should be capitalising on that Russian heat.
I will 100% say Rusev is better than Gunther.
Yeah.
100%.
Going for.
Gunther's a boring bastard. This guy actually enjoyed his US title run. Anyway, and it didn't, it lasted long, but it didn't last 2 years. Top of mid card for Miro. Up next we have a Buck. They can just go straight into the bin.
Ben.
Next we have.
Trevor Murdoch.
It's like George the Animal Steel or something. He's got like a lot of. I mean, where is he? Who is he?
I don't know who he is.
Fired.
Up next, we got Nick Wayne.
Hate him.
Yeah.
Fired. Oh, fucking absolute. I'm actually going to zoom in so I can just put this guy last because he fucking sucks. Arguably my most hated guy in the roster. Wait, how did Mark Briscoe?
What about Eddie Kingston?
Get him down there. Where's Mark Briscoe? Need to get all the shite guys at the bottom. I know I said we're not really doing the You're Fired list in particular order, but I draw the line. There's a few guys that definitely need to go down the bottom. Mark Briscoe's actually escaping me here. Where's Mark? Ah, there he is.
He must have slipped out through the gap in his
Hey,
teeth.
pretty big gap.
Aye.
Keith Lee could fit through that
All
fucking
the
gap.
time you have to leave the space. That's his dentist says.
Right. Right. Who this three here? Who's the in order from shite to best? I feel like
I
using.
don't want to waste any fucking time on these three,
I feel like using the word best with these three is kind of wrong. But who should be last? Kingston, Cassidy.
I actually think Cassidy. I think the other two, I can accept them being in a match. This Cassidy guy could ruin anything.
Would you put Kingston above Briscoe? Or do you feel sorry for Briscoe and give him the sympathy for him putting him above Kingston?
I think Briscoe's not lacking. I think he's lacking in the head. Sorry, I'll put him above it, Kingston.
Mhm.
I think Briscoe actually genuinely seems like a nice guy, even if he has on meth. I think Eddie
Kingston seems like a cunt.
Yeah,
I could agree with that. Right, on next, we have. I feel like putting Briscoe in enhancement.
it looks like Rey Mysterio wearing Hunico's attire with Conan's hat. There's a lot going on there, but it's still your
Date it somewhere else. Up next, we have the Bastard Pack.
The bastards.
You know what? He sounds like a Game of Thrones character, doesn't he?
Nah.
Stick him in Jobber.
Yeah, he's not sitting on the Iron Throne.
No, he's not fucking getting slaughtered in the battle. More like, we'll put him above. Oh, I think Max Caster's too high. I'm going to stick Max Caster below Okada, below the Guns.
Right.
Big Show, Paul White. You know what?
He's done.
I would all be putting. I'd be for putting him in the main event scene, but his legs are done. The guy can barely walk. I think it's fair that we do the right thing and just fire him.
Yeah.
He can't wrestle anymore. I'm sorry. but he just can't.
I actually think Big Show. I mean, yes, he's like animal-like, but
Animal-like?
Yeah, he's like a fucking horse. I don't know. Point him over. My analogy's going to be
Old Yeller?
take him to the back of the fucking stables and shit. He's fucking done. Probably take him with 10 tranquilizers. Remember Kurt Angle shot me with a tranquilizer?
Where's the Big Show? Wait, why does the guy next to the guy in the mask look like a very fucking thin anorexic version of LA Knight?
With a bit of Austin Theory in there.
What the fuck? Who is that?
Can you smell what the anorexic LA Knight Fury's cooking?
I'm pretty sure this is Pentagon Dark looking like a gay version of Goldust. Never liked Pentagon Dark. No, any luchador that wears a mask for me is going straight in, you're fired. Yeah. And that's the bottom line, really. Because
how many Frankfurters do you like? He's holding up 3 fingers.
Right, this guy here who... Let's have one more look at him.
That's plenty.
Powerhouse.
What's his shirt say?
Pretty
Peter Avalon?
Peter Avalon? Fuck that. Right, up next with Powerhouse Hobbs, who's out injured, by the way, for 8 months.
I'll put him in the top of Jobber. I just overrate it.
Top of Jobber? Above Pac?
Aye.
The bastard Pac. I think that's too high for Hobbs. Above Omega? Come on.
Right, fucking fire him.
Stick him. Hold on. Stick him above Juice Robinson. Right. Is this Chris Masters? Is that Chris Masters? I don't think.
Is that the guy who used to team up with Mabel beside him?
No, that's the guy that comes out with Swerve Strickland. Oh. Wait, I don't think Tony Khan would hire Chris Masters. So therefore,
why does Roderick Strong look like he's holding the TNA World Title for 10 years ago?
Fucking wishes he was holding that belt. This guy here, I hate him. He gets on my nerves. Sacked. Another guy with a mask, sacked.
Ricky Starks.
I think this guy's got potential. I'd stick him.
He triggered Edge though when he called him bug-eyed.
I think I should stick him.
It's been downhill since then.
Aye. What do you think? Top mid-card, upper mid-card somewhere?
I'd say bottom, behind Billy Gunn.
Behind Billy Gunn?
Behind the ass, man.
Oh man, ass man. Roderick Strong, how strong is he?
Fire him.
You firing Roddy?
Aye. There's only one Roddy and it's a fucking Roderick.
We have... he's got a 4-letter name. Fuck, what's his name?
ISIS?
No.
He looks like heel. Mustafa Ali.
Rush your way.
Fuck this bastard.
That's the big guy, the 7-foot guy. Mustafa.
Aye, that's just his nose.
Right, Rush can go in there. Sammy Guevara.
Triple H's nose could walk, so this guy's nose could run.
Sammy Guevara hasn't been seen since Sasha Banks got signed, by the way, to AEW. And this is the guy that did say he wanted to rape Sasha Banks.
Triple H's nose could breathe. So his nose could snort. Right, anyway, let's fucking...
Right, let's move back on to Sammy Guevara here. Said he wanted to rape Mercedes Moné. Ever since she got hired to AEW, he's been
suspended?
Aye, for the Jeff Hardy thing, but come on. When does Tony Khan suspend people for working unsafe? If that was the case, the entire roster would be fucking suspended. I mean, the guy's clearly just not wanted there.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, I mean, it's a bit awkward, isn't it? Should we just fire him then? Because
it is, but I mean, I'm sure there's people on this list that have had worse done to them.
Well, what do you mean had worse done to them? He's the one that was saying shit.
Well, I mean, like, I'm sure there's people on this list that have said worse to each other.
Like who?
I mean, when you don't know 90% of the list, it's hard to...
You're just going to make up some conversation.
Half this list could be serial killers.
Could
serial
be.
rating killers, like, but...
Killing the Business. It's fucking mad that the Bucks have got a book called Killing the Business.
That's exactly what they do.
Right, Sammy Guevara.
You're raped. I will put him in fire then.
Have you seen anything in him? He's Jericho's prodigy.
Nah, I don't.
Enhancement talent or fired?
But see, it's alright being Jericho's prodigy, right? But I mean, that was like 5-6 years ago.
Nah, every time Jericho creates a new faction, he's in it.
Yeah, so no, but that's my point. He's like,
even when the rest of the faction left Jericho, he was the only guy that stuck by him.
He hasn't evolved, and I don't care what he said in, some podcast at the end of the day. It's just fucking words. Yeah, it's unethical and all that shit, but
Yeah, why didn't he just say she's really hot or something like that?
yeah,
It's like
what he said is you just don't say it on something that's going to go to the public air.
Well, it's not really something you should say anyway, like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, but
I get it. Like,
as Trump said, it's like locker room talk, but Sammy Guevara said it on a fucking podcast.
Yeah, look, I don't believe that Sammy Guevara is a bad guy. Well, he could be a cunt for all I know. But I don't believe for 1 second Sammy Guevara actually meant that he wanted to rape her. I think what he meant is he finds her incredibly hot and he would love to sleep with her. I think that's what he meant.
Yep. Anyway, you can sleep with your fire.
Aye, sleep with the big show beside him.
No,
He'll keep you warm.
Aye.
Right.
Warm his legs up for him. 20 years of inaction.
Underpants. Samoa Joe, down. The guy lost his world title and didn't even give a shit, so why should we care about him?
Yeah.
Remember he took on Brock at Great Balls of Fire?
Great.
What a name for a pay-per-view, by the way. Yeah, that was a good pay-per-view. That was underrated. Enzo versus Kaz.
Hardy's against the Bar.
That was no bad.
Ambulance match.
That was no bad, that. Anyway, Samoa... See, people say that era of Raw was worse than the era today. Was it? Fuck.
Nah, era was alright. Kurt Angle's son floating a bit.
That's plenty. Right, Samoa Joe... I'd probably say upper mid-card somewhere. Possibly main event. I prefer Joe over John Moxley.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go for Joe upper mid-carder.
Top upper mid?
Yeah.
Alright.
Right, up next.
It's Satnam Singh, that's it.
His nose is like a sat-nav, isn't it? I mean, it's fucking huge.
You need a sat-nav to find it, that's for sure.
No.
Fuck me, right. Fired.
Yeah.
Put me beside Big Show. Have a battle with the Giants or something. Up in heaven. Don't know why I said heavens if they're dead. Right, up next, got another black guy. Fired.
It looks like we've got, like, a praying mantis, Stone Cold first.
By the way, I'm not firing him for being black. By the way, I'm firing him because I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
If he was white, he'd still be getting fired. Just
There's Chris Jericho with a beanie on.
There's not a lot to separate these guys. So sometimes skin color's the best way to do it.
Yep.
Anyway,
just like a prison.
Speaking of this guy, looks like somebody that was in Lucha Underground. But you know what? That's not enough to save him from being fired. So
no.
This guy here looks a bit like one of the
Leo Rush.
Looks a bit like Tamatonga.
Is it Leo Rush?
Looks a bit like Tamatonga, no?
No, he's a bit brown.
Aye, well, he looks like a brown version of Tamatonga.
You're fired.
Right. Sonjay Dutt.
He doesn't work anymore. I'll just fire him.
Stokely Hathaway.
He had a decent feud with Jay Lethal in TNA, Sonjay Dutt.
He did. Stokely Hathaway.
I mean, he's just a guy on the mic at the end of the day. I think he's a decent mouthpiece. So
enhancement talent.
Yeah, I wouldn't fire him.
A jobber, we'll stick him with that guy.
Swerve Strickland.
Overrated. Big time overrated.
I'd say mid-card.
Never really got the hype with Swerve Strickland. Think he's lucky to be a champion.
Yeah.
I prefer probably Darby Allin over him. I think I prefer Claudio over him, to be honest.
I'd say behind Jay Lethal.
Aye, that's probably a bit right in there.
Jericho and a beanie.
It's not Jericho and a beanie though. It is
something S.
It is
something T.
No,
it has to be because
I mean
that's for it's alphabetical order here.
Oh fuck!
The Blade.
That's who it is. It's the guy who's teamed up with the Butcher. That's the Blade. What's his name? Some Cutler.
Jason Cutler. Trey Cutler.
I don't know, but I think it's
Trachea.
What's his name?
Travis Cutler.
Trey.
Trey. Thomas.
I don't know. Fuck it.
I will.
I think it's just the Butcher and the Blade because they're both next to each other.
I put them in your fire then.
Just a shite tag team that didn't go anywhere. Right, up next we have this guy here that he's obviously still feeling the effects of COVID-19. He's wearing a wee face protection mask there, and that for me is enough to get him fired. So And there it goes. Up next, we have the former 205 Live Cruiserweight Champion, Tony Nese. Apparently, WWE done this guy dirty. Top star. Should have went to SmackDown or Raw in the main event, seeing he didn't. Is he going to go to our top star list? Or?
No, he's going to go in your fire.
Alright, fair enough. Up next, we have this guy looking a wee bit like, I don't know, looking a bit like Claudio Clascanoli, a wee bit.
Jason Stratham.
Well, it could be Trent Barretta.
I think it's Trent Barretta.
Yeah, fired for me.
Right, King Ezekiel.
Who?
King Ezekiel.
The fuck's that?
Walking Dead.
No, but who is it?
I don't know.
Looks like he's got flowers on his head.
We're going to put him in fired.
Why does this next guy look like a fucking window licker? Like, wait, is that Wardlow?
Yeah, W.
What has happened to Wardlow?
What's happened to the next guy?
I don't know, hold on, we need to zoom down a wee bit.
There's too many.
No one's getting top star anyway, so let's just...
Yeah, I'd say your enhancement talent. Wardlow can...
What's happened to this guy? Remember, do you remember he was like going to be a big star or something like that, and
No, I know.
just didn't really happen?
Right, up next, I can't even remember this guy. The Make-A-Wish guy who I thought was just in the crowd with Moxley one time.
Moxley!
No, but look at his belt, right? It's just a silver belt with ROH on it. Like every belt from ROH. Look, even Ember Moon's exact same. There's no difference.
This guy is called... What is this guy called?
I know it, but I don't know it. Said? Somebody... No, why? Oh, what's his name?
Keep talking shite and I'll think of it. Hold on, I'm just putting my head down so I can think.
I know this
Go
guy.
talk.
I know this guy's name. Hold on, what was the guy before him called? Oh no, it was King Ezekiel.
Well, does it begin with a Will or W? And this guy's Will Ospreay, so this guy must be...
Fuck, what's this guy's name?
What's the alphabet? What comes before W?
X.
What comes before X?
3 U's. T's? It must be a T.
Hold on, this guy's in the Blackpool Combat Club.
No, I think he was just a fan.
Who is this guy?
It's a fairly mongoloid.
Hold on.
Jeez.
I'm not moving on until we get his name.
Well, I might just Google it because I'm not going to fucking... What do you call it? It's something T.
Is it something Gaber? Sack Gaber or something?
No, it's not Sack Gable.
What's this guy's name?
It's something like Marshmallow or something.
Fuck off, it's not.
Well, that's closer than fucking Sack Gable.
Is it Will? No. No, what's the alphabet game? What comes before W?
Wait, what? W?
Aye.
I'm going to tell
No, you're not allowed to Google it. Get the phone.
I'm not sitting
put
here
the phone
any
away.
fucking long.
No, put the phone away.
No, I'm telling you right now.
Nah, you're not doing it.
I fucking up.
No, you're not doing it. No, come on. What's this guy? I can get it. If you just help me out. No. What comes...
Wheeler.
Wheeler, yeah. Right, fire then.
All that.
Hold on, why Wheeler fucking Uter, that's the one. That is the one. Right, Will Ospreay. Best wrestler in the world, apparently.
What's up, bruv?
Enhancement talent for having a weird accent, or
Aye.
is he just fired? Fuck it, fire him. Right, we're moving on to the women now, so there you
I
go.
actually can't be arsed, man.
Sorry, there's not that many women. Tony Khan doesn't give a fuck, so why should we? Let's fire through them.
And one of them's a man.
Abandon, I believe. Abada. Is that Abada? No, Abandon.
I abandoned.
Abandoned ship. Fired. Anna Jay. I'd say enhancement talent.
I'll put her in there then.
She's attractive, so there you go. Ember Moon. I'd say fired.
Yep. ROH, what? TV champion?
Britt Baker.
What is she?
What do you mean? Where is she? I don't know. She's injured or something. She's not been TV. She complained that she only got 7 minutes or something of promo time in 2023. She had even less in 2024. I'd say she's one of the better women.
I would say top of mid card, there you go. But when CM Punk whips it, you make me feel like Britt Baker in Pittsburgh.
See, for a while, she did feel like AEW's version of Becky Lynch, in my opinion.
Aye, she did.
We'll stick her top of mid card. Up next, we have that fucker from... I don't nothing personal. Just that no-name, overweight person from TNA.
Half this roster.
TNA World Champ. TNA World Champ. Deanna Perosa, that's the one. Jobber or something like that.
Aye. DNA.
Sticker behind Juice Robinson. Up next, we have, Jesus Christ, I couldn't tell you who that is. I could not for the life of me tell you who that is.
No, fire.
Fire. That's Cameron Harley.
Enhancement talent.
Enhancement talent, stick at the bottom there, you can go behind him. Up next, we have some weird looking Japanese woman. Is that Shida? Nah, it can't be Shida. Is it?
Take a Shida?
No, Haruka Shida or something?
I don't know, man. I think it's fired though.
Yeah, I don't know who it is, so therefore, I'm sorry. Jamie Hater. Don't want to be a hater here, but I don't really.
And that's your name. Right, You're fired is ridiculously big.
Sticker in.
Right, up next we've got the bunny. How about you hop into your own
That
house?
is not the bunny, that is Julia Hart.
Which is the bunny?
That's not the bunny.
Really? Fuck me.
Julia Hart's 21, 22. The bunny's like 36, 37.
Fuck, sorry, age police.
I'm just saying, she's the one in House of Black. The bunny's the one that's with the butcher and the blade. I think the bunny's released, actually.
Well, that's alright then. Whatever you want.
Julia Hart. We'll go enhancement talent. Why not?
Alicia Fox.
Is this Red Velvet or is this...
Red Velvet.
Don't know who it is. Fire. Chris Statlander. The alien.
I will alienate yourself to planet Fire-Rack.
Right. Another person, don't know who it is. This could be Red Velvet. Don't know who it is.
I think it's Red Velvet.
Well, just Fire. I never really read it.
Up next looks like...
This is Layla Legit Horse. She's like that midget. She's a female version of John Salt. Aye,
well.
She's in a war, right? She ain't got time to wrestle.
You have to be this tall to get out of your fired.
Madison Rain. Fucking may as well be fired. Just stick her in here.
Is that Chris Cyborg coming up?
I believe that's a really bad picture of Mariah May, who's currently Tony Storm's sidekick. No, I think that stuff's alright. We'll stick her enhancement talent. Stick her top of there. Up next we have The Problem. Don't know who this is. So yeah, in there. This does look like Chris Cyborg. Couldn't tell you who it is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm expecting dozens of brown envelopes through my front door from making this video.
Right, Mercedes Moné. I mean, the money she's on, you feel like she should be high, but it's been a shite fucking debut.
You're only as good as your opponents in this company, man, and she's got no one to go up against.
You know what? I'll stick her in mid-card, but I think she's below Britt Baker.
Yeah.
Until we see otherwise.
Yeah.
Up next we have...
promos have been pretty whack.
Yeah. Up next we have Nick Wayne's mom. Fired.
Everyone's scared to attack her.
Up
next we've got a man.
Yeah, fired. Up next we have...
Like Keith Lee. I mean, she's closer to Keith Lee in size than the rest of the women. And Keith Lee's the size of the whole universe.
Any idea who this is?
No idea.
It's a bit like Paige Van Sant.
I was going to say that, but she's not released.
Well, probably not. Tony Khan doesn't fire people. Is this not Red Velvet?
It must be, because that's where they would be.
Right, okay. I think we've just said every black woman's Red Velvet.
My guy is Paige Van Sant.
Fucking jobber. Never achieved anything in UFC. Didn't really achieve anything in AEW either. Fired. Too busy doing OnlyFans. Don't know who this person is, but fired because I don't know who you are. Orange Cassidy are just popping up. This woman here... I think her name's Queen something. Queen Aramita.
Well,
don't care. Fired. Who the fuck is that? That looks like that woman that was in TNA. The Merangerie.
That doesn't know the what?
Luke Gallows was the leader. The Clown faction. Remember they owned a circus?
The K?
The Clown faction.
I do not remember that.
They owned a circus.
What?
And Luke Gallows.
I'm pretty sure the circus is
no,
TNA.
not Luke Gallows. Mike Knox was the leader.
No, I don't remember this.
Mike Knox.
What year was this?
About 2014.
No.
And Crazy Steve was in it. And some other big fucking retard was in it. And she was like the female in it.
Do not remember this.
Rebel.
There you go then. Must be Rebel because Red Velvet's beside her.
Well, anyway, yeah.
Fire.
Any thoughts on her? Fire.
I don't know who it is.
I clearly
Yeah,
just.
but I don't know the clown, like saying clown posse for TNA.
Right,
Right,
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet eating the cake there, as you can see doing the motion.
Till she bakes us a cake, is fired.
Rio.
Fire, and she can. Although I feel like sticking her in Jobber so she can wrestle Kenny Omega, but I don't know. For me, fire. Ruby Soho. I think fire.
Ugly. What happens?
Anything else to add there?
What happens when you watch too much CNN and
Aye.
that's pretty much it. Like,
Attend feminist rallies or some shit. Soraya, aka Paige, aka biggest mongoloided retard. Fucking yeah, pretty much.
hey, she was a whore.
Yeah, go back to Pornhub or something. Serena Deeb, death by Deebs. How about death by old age? Because she is pretty old.
You're ancient.
But you know what? She's only like a year older than Dakota Kai. And I think I said this in a video last week, but I mean, she looks old enough to be Dakota Kai's grandmother. I think.
Yeah, I think Serena Deeb could honestly pass as someone like in their late 50s.
I'd say so. Like, fired for me. Sky Blue. Got a lot of shit for speaking about Sky Blue. So, give me more shit, guys. I believe she should be fired. I don't rate Sky Blue. I see nothing in it. If she didn't have a big ass, no one would give a fuck, and that is the God's honest truth.
Is she really worse than Orange Cassidy?
Probably not, to be fair. Up next we have Taya Valkyrie, and I mean, I don't know, man. Johnny TV's a good-looking guy. I mean, did he draw the short straw here, or I don't know what happened.
Yeah, Taya Valkyrie, what's going on there?
I don't know. We'll stick her in fired. Up next with Taymel, you know, we'll stick her in advancement because she's pretty hot. We have the crazy one that gets a bad rep and no one wants to wrestle her.
The bunny.
No.
I don't know. I'm on to Rice.
Mexican.
Mexican? Oh, I no.
Not Rosita. What's her name? What is her name?
I know who it is. So I know who I know the name, but I can't think it.
I think she broke an opponent's arm on purpose once. What is
Delta
her?
Rita?
No.
Something like that. Rosa?
Rosa.
Thunder Rosa?
Thunder Rosa, that's it. No, I'd say, I think she deserves a job here. Stick her. I don't know. Stick her beside Diana Perosa because she's alright in the ring. Right, Tony Storm. I think Tony Storm deserves to be one of the higher people in this
Upper
list.
mid cards.
Yeah, you know what? I'd agree with that. I mean,
She can go above Jeff Jarrett.
let's just see here.
Actually, she can go fucking above John Moxley.
Let's stick her here for now so I can scroll up and stick her somewhere else. Can she go above... Yeah, you know what? Nah, I'll give credit where it deserves. I think Tony Storm has been one of the better things about AEW for the past 6 months. So, for me, she definitely deserves to be up there somewhere. Right, now we're getting down to the last two. Got Willow Nightingale, who I think we should just fire. It's a fucking chubby Teletubby at the end of the day. I do not care.
It could be Nyla Rose.
And we have this person here. Is this the person that's been coming out and kissing the blonde chick?
I don't know.
Either way, don't know who else.
That was the longest video of my life.
There you go, guys. 1 hour, 8 minutes. Sorry it dragged on for too long, but is this not proof that Tony Khan needs to just like fire? What the fuck is this? Tony Khan needs to like fire half of these people and...
No, absolutely it is. And I think we've been incredibly fair.
Yeah, I think we could have stuck more people. For some reason, it's not letting me scroll up, but you know, I think we could have definitely stuck more people here in the You're Fired category, but we tried to be fair. We tried to give people a chance.
It's a sad state of affairs when you've only got, 6, 9, 11, 9, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 people mid-card or above.
The main event guys are either in their 50s or drugged out their head. Or in Edge's case, both. So, I mean, you know, is what it is, guys. But yeah, we're approaching. May as well talk shit for another 20 seconds. Get to that hour 10 mark.
I will talk AEW then.
AEW Collision was on tonight, guys. It was taped, so therefore we don't know if it's worth a watch, but it's probably worth a recap tomorrow. We'll recap that bad boy. Nay bother. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Peace.